Namaskaram, my dear friends. I am back again. It's been a while because I was on vacation to see my daughter and celebrate her second birthday. I miss her so much. If you want to see a picture of her, you have no choice because you're going to see her now. And throughout my traveling to the Philippines this time, I have realized that every time I travel, I do make some realizations about life in general. And during this trip, and many other trips that I have done, compounding into certain chunks of realization that I wanted to share with you. So, this is some sort of traveling my way through enlightenment. I'm not saying I'm enlightened, but maybe drops of enlightenment I get to experience. So, number one, I traveled to see and feel and experience and not to take pictures for the gram. I used to travel for the gram. Very interesting. My travel in Europe was basically more of that when I was younger in my 20s. It was not fun. Well, then it was fun for me because it was a lot of picture taking, not really soaking in, experiencing the view, the magnificence of the sights, but more like, this is a good post for my Instagram. But I think I have grown out of that. More so right now, I travel to see culture and experience the culture in a way I get to compare and see similarities and differences from existing cultures that I have absorbed. So just recently in the Philippines, the richness of their culture is still very vibrant. I grew up in the Philippines. I didn't realize how vibrant it was until, you get to experience the world, how it is, and go back. Like, wow, yeah, there was some richness in my life growing up. And I only really get to appreciate it when I see it again. Culture is also very interesting because not just by surface observation, but like really deep into understanding how a culture has evolved and where it came from, you kind of see the logic as to why cultures have evolved the way they evolve. There are a lot of things to consider: the people, their history, the environment, what was exposed to them with other groups of people. It's just very, very organic, very lively, full of life. I used to have a rudraksh for my daughter, just a single piece around her waist, because in the Philippines we used to have one growing up and we call it habak. My dad recommended the stem, like the tip stem of a squash. But right now we actually got one from a healer in our town. My dad had said that the habak, or these amulets, or these protection, is meant to be based on the environment, the situation, or the culture. Maybe more than just a culture, but it should fit the situation. Hence, my dad recommended we set aside the rudraksh and have this one that was some sort of made by a healer who has more of an understanding of the energies of the and the environment of where my baby girl is growing up right now. So I don't know if it is more effective than the rudraksh, but she has healed from some of her ailments, so I guess it works. But I still keep the rudraksh and see what happens. Life's just organic. We'll see how it goes. There's also one similarity. I bought some brownie from the Isha shop and I smoked my whole apartment to, keep the liveliness of the place. In the Philippines, there's something really similar. They call it lina. Linaan ang bahay. Like smoking the house. It's the same thing. They get this crystallized sap from, I don't know what type of tree, so they burn it and then like smoke the house. It's very similar. See, you guys, similarities in culture. They also cook, not all, but some people who still have their cultures intact, or they keep to the old ways of living. They use a clay pot to cook in open fire from like dried wood and etc. They keep their water in a clay pot as well. Similarities, you guys. And in Butuan, city where I go to school, to the museum, they have a golden terra. I haven't really looked into the golden terra. They call it the golden terra because this was found when they dug a place, and this golden figure of deity appeared, and it is said to be of Indian origin, from India. So maybe some parts of where I grew up was really touched by Bharat, the yogic culture. The richness of that culture merged into what we have right now and have evolved to what it is right now. So very interesting, more to look into. Second too, with traveling, you just have your eyes open away from your phone screens. You realize the vastness of beauty there is around you, be it nature, the people, actually really nature. Because where I grew up from, there are a lot of rice fields. The Philippines is technically a rainforest. So when I was there for 2 weeks, it probably rained like 11 days and we had 3 days of sunny day, and you can really see, feel how everything changes because of the rain. There's a lot of life, a lot of insects, a lot of mosquitoes, just a lot of ants, a lot of species of plants, and how infrastructures age because of the rain. Moss everywhere. So you kind of have to keep in mind how you build the structures for it to last through the rainforest weather. It also enabled me to get away from the mundane, break the monotony of working meaning working for salary, and just experience life in a different way again. Also, this travel has tested my patience. Tested my patience in the sense that working in a developed country, there are really a lot of conveniences and comforts. No insects, very controlled temperature in or living space, and the convenience of highways, big grocery stores, and even online shopping. But in the Philippines, it's still developing, so there's lesser conveniences. One thing that I really had to struggle through, not really struggle through, but just a minor inconvenience was the insects, the mosquitoes that's been biting me. So I'm like, oh, I have to carry Tiger Balm with me so I could treat my bite so it doesn't get too itchy where I scratch it and gets wounded. That was one. Also, the roads that are not so developed, that get so muddy from the puddles of rain, because not all roads are concrete. Most stores still don't accept credit cards, so you kind of have to carry cash with you. And no online shopping, you guys. Their insect repellent too was in a form of smoke, so you kind of enjoy having insects not bite you, but you also have to endure the smell of the smoke that wards off the insects. Kind of wards off people too, you know? But yes, this travel experience has allowed me to adjust, be patient with the adjustment period, and still being grace while adjusting. Less friction. I guess I got a lot of adjust in me. Next is I have discovered more things in life. It's kind of hard to explain in words, but just the Philippines itself, with how rich it is with life, it's just buzzing. Not from machines and air conditioning, but birds and dogs and chickens, roosters, kitties, cats. Did I say birds? Oh, there was a lot of birds. Oh, and lizards. Huge lizards, tiny lizards, people. Karaoke. You know Filipinos love to sing karaoke everywhere. And because it was raining a lot during the New Year's, there was not a lot of fireworks, but everyone still had to make noise. Make noise to ward off all the evil spirit. They use horns we call turutut, like trumpets. There's always fresh bread every day. Warm, fresh bread. It's different this time because if I dive into a new culture, like my senses are so open and absorbing everything, but this time it's like re-experiencing what was before. It's more of enjoying the grace than experiencing the grace for the first time. It was really, really beautiful feeling. In coming back home, I think one big takeaway from the travel is I get to relook at my life right now and just see with a fresher perspective, hopefully apply what I think is going to improve myself as a human being, and hopefully intensify my sadhana, and hopefully share to all of you that traveling can open up doors and windows, and traveling is more than just for the gram. And traveling, if you allow it, you may be able to experience some profoundness there is to life. So I hope for every one of you in your travels that you get to experience grace and vastness there is wherever you are in the world. Namaskaram. Oh, and by the way, because of my friend, well, he was able to water most of my plants, so not all of them died. Anyway, namaskaram, my dear friends. Until next time, bye!